My biggest problem is it slopes so badly. I have to fasten these.
You building the porch?
Yeah, I'm gonna make like a greenhouse solar heating porch because the sun is going to rise here in the morning in winter when the trees are down, and I'll get full sunlight coming in here all the way up until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. From 7, 8 in the morning till 3 p.m. I'll have sunlight heating my porch, and I'll also be able to cook. I'll also be able to grow some vegetables up on the porch. Is the idea? It'll be like a greenhouse, and then I'll have a fireplace, or a wood stove, I should say, right here, putting the heat into where the hot water heater used to be.
Okay, that'll work out.
Hopefully. I have to get some bricks and blocks and level this off. I have to find my level. My old level. I'll be right back. I gotta go on the old camper.
Well, I'll come out here as much as I can to help you. You know,
Yeah, that's great.
that's what we do. We get together. Try to anyway.
Troy's building the porch. He's gonna screen it in. Let's check on the chickens, see how they're doing. They're happy. Here he comes. The designer.
I have to get this leveled. I have to get some blocks. Figuring 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 blocks. Well, I think I should fire up the truck and have you help me grab some blocks.
Go.
2,
Go.
4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, I need 10 heavy duty blocks.
Bring up the old beast.
Get my cat chain off here.
So what kind of truck is this? This is a Chevy, but what is this?
High Sierra.
Oh, it is.
All the way around it. The cat was wrapped around the tires.
What they call this, 3/4 ton or
This
heavy?
is a 3/4. Look at the 8-bolt wheels.
Oh yeah. So did you know what you had when you bought this, or
Yeah, I knew what it was.
how long did you have it?
I've had it 2 years now.
Wow, all right. You bought this in Michigan?
No, I bought it here.
You bought this in New York?
For $700.
You bought this truck for $700?
$700, and it has a lift bed.
What fool?
It's a dump truck.
Did they know it was a dump truck?
They knew it was a dump truck.
So why would he sell this for $700?
They didn't know how to get the dump truck to work, and the engine wasn't running. It needed some work. So I spent another $700 in repairs. Also, the front tie rod was bent. It was in bad shape. They mistreated it. After $700 more in repairs, I had myself a nice truck, which I've been driving for 2 years.
Yeah, it's nice. It is nice.
My garden harvest I got to put away here. Still picking vegetables. Let's see if the keys to that truck are in here.
You don't make them like this anymore.
There's the SJ. There he is. All right, so we're gonna get the blocks?
Yeah. If you want to pull over that way closer,
Yeah.
so I can squeeze through here.
Let's see if the SJ will start. Oh yeah.
Why'd you do that?
I put it by accident. Wanna pull behind your car?
No, over there. Do you have any gloves?
Yeah. Turn this off.
Don't record me putting my shoes on.
Let's do it.
You finally got it done, huh?
Well, we're getting it. I gotta get this floor in.
Looks
Oh.
good.
Now this, I'll tell you what, when summer comes around, imagine a screened in right here. Put your drink right here. See the drink holders? That's
Yeah, it's cool. That's cool.
the reason I wanted to use this.
I like
is it's
that.
got built-in drink holders right there.
I like that.
Actually, we should be sitting here we could have an alcohol-free together. Should I grab us some? You want one?
I don't care. It doesn't. Yeah, it's good.
Relax, I'll grab you one.
All right. So today, me and Troy built this deck. He's gonna enclose it. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look real good. A lot of work today, but we're getting it done. Nice and solid, you know. And it's up there. Good. Troy's a hard worker. And a friend came over, Sam. He had a leak in his radiator. We patched that up for him. We got the Troy's black truck behind us. Got the SJ over there. Looks good.
Wait till you feel how cold this is from my propane fridge.
Propane
Take those gloves
fridge.
off. Feel that thing. That is ice cold.
People will probably asking what we drinking.
Bush NA. Well, I think we had a good day today.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good day.
Feels good to sit on the porch that we built.
Yeah, it looks nice. It's nice.
And it's going to make a good greenhouse and a winter solar house.
This is nice. It's like this, you know. It just,
Yeah.
this is real nice. You know, think about what you want to do. Close it in, not close it in. You know, it's nice, but it's gonna snow.
It's going to... Yeah, it's going to snow hard. This is going to be a really bad year, they're saying.
I hope so.
Well,
Can't wait.
it'll definitely test everything I've done. It'll test my truck. It'll test my tires. I'm out here a long way.
Yeah,
into the
your
forest.
tires. You got 4-wheel drive.
I got 4-wheel drive, but I'm not sure.
How'd it work before?
Well, I carried that truck camper through a little bit of snow. You know, it wasn't a foot of snow; it was like 6 inches. But it went through the forest.
Yeah,
It did it.
I don't know where you were in 90, 92, 93. We had that really, really bad storm. I hope it's worse than that. It was,
93, 92.
something like that. I think it was in the 90s. We had a really bad.
I was in the worst storm we had. We had a really bad one when I was in basic in Kentucky. And then 2 years later, we had a really bad year when I was in Germany.
Oh, in Germany, okay.
Insane.
Yeah, so
it was harsh. I think it was 94 and 96 were the 2 years
yeah,
we had really bad
yeah,
weather. But yeah, this is good. This is, preppers helping preppers. That's
yeah.
what it's all about. I live off the grid, but I'm also I preach preparedness. In the back of my car is a bug out bag that stays there all the time.
Yeah, talk about bug out. What do you think? You think people should bug out, bug in?
Well, that's a good question. It depends on your situation. Like, if the system were to break down right now, I'd stay here until I started seeing people coming out of the cities. Because there's 20 million people out there that are not prepared, and they're going to be angry, hungry, and violent.
Yeah.
Hurricane Sandy showed me that after 3 days, 3 to 5 days of the grid down, they were coming up here to take our gas and our camping supplies and food and water. The stores were gutted. So I learned from that this is not a safe place once people in New York City start to move out. Because I'm less than a half a tank of gas away.
Yeah.
Most people have at least a half a tank of gas. So I would stay here until it got to be too bad. And then hopefully this will be running. Turn the key and go.
Yeah, but you got all this stuff. You can't just.
Well, that's the thing. I hope that I never have to leave. But I'm prepared just in case I do.
If I had to bug out, I don't know, man. If I was you, I really don't know. If this was running,
Yeah.
you saying you'd rather take this than your truck?
No, I'd hook the truck onto the back of this and go.
That's a lot of stuff.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
RV can haul a vehicle.
Yeah, it's true, it's true.
Happens every day.
You know what? Not how bad I remember when like Christmas time or Black Friday or something like that, when the streets are packed.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even a emergency situation.
Right.
It's just a regular.
Yep.
Can you imagine how bad it would be if something really happened? Everybody was on the street at one time. You wouldn't be able to go nowhere.
Well, Katrina, the streets were plugged and people tried to evacuate and they couldn't get out. So we've seen again and again and again that you should be prepared. Not just for like World War III, but if you lose your job, if you lose your source of income and food, if you lose your house, if there's a blizzard, an earthquake, a tornado, a hurricane, as we've seen 2 of in 2 years.
Yeah, a lot of people say if you had to leave, where would you go? Like me, where would I go? I don't know.
I would just head for the hills.
I wouldn't leave my house unless my city or town says to leave. I'm not gonna leave just for. A lot of people just can't wait to leave and try to live. I don't know.
See,
I just wouldn't do it.
I don't want to leave everything, all my stuff behind and all my comforts, but if I was being overrun, I'll turn the key and go.
Yeah.
And that's what preparedness is about. A lot of people, doomsday preppers, I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this on video, but doomsday preppers shows people who are prepared to stay where they are. Most of them are prepared to stay at home. They're bugging in. But a lot of them are in very remote locations.
I always thought that show was fake. Like a lot of these shows you watch, you can't believe it until my friend was on there.
Yeah, it's
Armor
not,
Carpenter. He was on that show.
It's not fake, but they sort of. You won't see me on it because I'd be embarrassed. Because
I don't want to be called a doomsday prepper. That's not me.
yeah, well, I'm not embarrassed to be called a prepper, but I'd be embarrassed to be on that show.
Well, I'm not embarrassed, but it's just the way that show was set up, man. Where
I know.
they try to make fun of you,
That's what
And that's not what it's about.
I know.
We just want to have a little bit more, so if something happens,
Yeah, like my car has a bug out bag. If I happen to be on a trip somewhere, and my car dies, and I'm trying to escape some bad area, I can grab my bag, and it's got enough to keep me alive for 3 days.
Yeah, your car has a bug out bag in it.
My car has a bug out bag in it. It always.
My car is a bug out bag.
Your car, yeah.
Or my Jeep, that's the way I set it up.
Your Jeep has everything you need.
Yeah, I can't. A bag doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
You have to do what works for you. Like some people like the bag. I'd rather just have something in my car, my Jeep.
See, I don't drive a 4-wheel drive every day.
Yeah, yeah.
So, in winter, chances are I could slip off the road one day and have to survive until somebody found me, especially in these remote hills.
Yeah.
And so therefore I have to have the ability to live for 3 days in an emergency.
See, I've always been the handy guy, so all that stuff in my Jeep, I just like having stuff in my car. I've always been like that. I've always had tools, because I was a mechanic years ago. Mm-hmm. I've always had stuff. And, solar panel got really good over the years. Yep. When they first came out, they weren't that good.
Yep.
And then you got an RV solar panel, so at that time I had a couple extra dollars and it worked out. Like right now, if I look at my Jeep, it just looks like your truck, looks like a regular thing, but it's really not. That's for me. It works out for me.
I know you do not see that solar panel or
you don't
batteries
see
or anything. You can see the off-roading lights, and that's all.
Yeah, but that's every
I
day.
I wouldn't even know you had LED strips on here unless you turned them on, and I wouldn't know that's what it was. Yeah. And then all your stuff is completely hidden with that back door shut.
Yeah, that's why I like it. But
yeah.
People have to, whatever works for them. Mm-hmm. What works for me might not work for the next person.
Yeah.
Like for me, I had a bug out bag or EDC bag, and I keep forgetting it.
See, before I lived in a camper full time, I had that survival camper, my slide-in truck camper.
Right.
And 2 years ago, actually, I wasn't living in the camper full time. There was a blizzard, and it was funny because it was miserably cold. Everybody everywhere was freezing and suffering because they had no electricity, no backups, no nothing, which means no heat. Yeah. Your oil-fired furnace needs electricity to run. So everybody was suffering. I went up into my truck camper, lit up some alcohol burners and some oil lamps, had my LED solar-powered lights, and I was comfortable.
There you go.
3 days off the grid, and I was comfy.
Yep.
I was up in the Catskills with that camper with a friend. We went out on a sunny, warm day in October. That was that blizzard we got at one time.
Right.
Was it last year or the year before? We got a blizzard, and we were up in the Catskills when it hit. We got 18 inches of snow overnight.
Well, that's nice.
I had a 2-wheel drive truck back then.
Oh, 2-wheel drive. You're not going nowhere.
I was worried. But you know what? It was all downhill. It was terrifying with that weight on it. But we were cozy that night. We were comfortable that first night. We stayed put. And we were good to go. And I had propane burners in there for the stove. Now my friend, dumb enough, he was cutting firewood all day long on his property. And he's got a property with nothing on it. He was cutting wood for, he hopes to put a building on there one day. But anyway, he was cutting wood, and he started sweating really bad when it was snowing. And then when he stopped, he was shivering. So I fired up, I had 4 homemade Sterno alcohol stoves, a couple oil lamps, and I fired up my 3 burners on my propane stove in there. The built-in propane cook stove.
Right.
Within 15-20 minutes, I had him. He had stopped shivering, and he was completely comfortable. And we were drying his clothes in there.
That's good.
And that's survival in a real blizzard situation in the mountains.
Yeah. I've always kind of lived in New York. New Yorkers, we got kind of lazy because nothing really hit us. Everybody else had earthquakes, tornadoes, whatever. We never got hit with anything. Then all of a sudden, Sandy came, 9/11, all that stuff. It wouldn't even rain too hard over here,
I know.
So now everybody's thinking twice about having 1 or 2,
Well, we had 9/11, then we had 2 hurricanes within 2 years.
Right.
And that's just actually they were only 12 months apart.
Yeah.
And that's just unbelievable.
So before that happened,
nothing. It was quiet.
Peaceful.
And that's why people need to be prepared.
We're not set up. Because I remember I went into Walmart. I just want to see how these stores are prepared. I went there, and this didn't happen. I just said, hey, one of my kids fell. I need a Band-Aid. They got hurt. They told me aisle 3, you get a first aid kit. So no. Don't you have one in the store? They could not find it. They had to go in the aisle, open the first aid kit, and give me what I needed. It did not have it.
That's
You'd be
weird.
surprised how these stores are not prepared.
That's weird. Or not knowledgeable.
Yeah, they didn't have it.
After Hurricane Sandy, the local Walmart down the road, the next town over, I went there. I didn't need anything, but I love going there after a disaster to watch. And there was the whole camping aisle was empty.
Right.
I have photos. It was empty. There wasn't a battery, a flashlight. There was no cook stoves, no camping fuel. There wasn't even any welder. What do you call it? The plumbers. The plumbers get propane or butane cans. Gone. Nothing anywhere. No candles. Even the church candles, the Catholic candles, all sold out. Went to the dollar store. No candles. Nothing.
You know what? I remember one time I went out, because I had water all that stuff in my house, but I went out to Walmart and ShopRite. Everybody was sold out. You know, people are trained. Your minds are trained to go to the big stores.
Yeah.
They forget about, like, mobile gas stations. They have water. I went to 7-Eleven. They had tons of water in there.
Right.
Everybody's thinking the big store.
Everybody's in Walmart and grocery stores, the big
No, go
grocery
to
stores.
them little stores, man, because they're ready. They have it. And it's kind of sickening that when a disaster or anything happens, people run to the store and get something. Like, you'd be surprised, people didn't have batteries for their flashlight.
When Hurricane Sandy hit, we knew it was coming. My friends and I was living in a big house with 5 people at the time. Or Irene. When Hurricane Irene was coming, we all bought food and water days in advance and planned on having a good time with it.
Yeah, right.
You know, and it was, for us, it was exciting. Sadly, it destroyed my business and it destroyed the house I was living in. The flooding ruined everything.
Right.
But it was exciting because we were ready. We were relaxed. And when Hurricane Sandy hit, I had my truck camper prepared. Now, those are recent videos. You can see I had my truck camper braced. It was on the truck with the jacks down, braced for the wind. So the truck will hold it and the jacks will hold it, so everything's as stable as it could be. I had all the provisions I could ever need. And that way, when everything started going nuts around here, I was cruising around just watching it all without any stress. It was so good to not be stressed.
It feels good when something happens and you don't have to worry.
Yeah.
You know, it feels good. You run in stores and get in a fight with people, and it's crazy.
There were people killing each other for gas.
Yeah, it's people wait for the last second to do something. It shouldn't really be like that, you know?
Yep. And being off the grid, or even partially off the grid, my aunt and uncle are really happy because they have some path lights, the solar path lights, in their windows.
Yeah, really.
And that way, if they ever lose power, they've got those for emergency lighting in the house. You know, they got them in the window where the sun shines in the south window all the time, and they got emergency lighting. And that's at least something.
Yeah, solar's gotten really huge, you know?
Cheap.
I mean,
Really cheap.
I think when I bought my solar panel, it's a 90-watt solar panel. It gives out more than 90 watts. It's like 120, 25, whatever. But that was a big thing. That was only like, I think 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Now they got like 300 watt solar panels.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, every 8 months it gets better and better.
Yeah. Technology's improving.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think even having some solar path lights, having some kind of backup, like the Mr. Beams lights that I got all over the place. I love them.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to advertise, but no, it's a fact that having something is better than nothing.
Yeah, my father used to say that. Yeah, beats a blank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flashlights, candles, water.
You'd be surprised, man. People don't. You go, like I said, you go in any kind of store, batteries are gone.
Yeah.
You know? And not even that. Even this winter, everybody knows every year it gets cold, it's going to snow.
And right now, people are not doing anything.
No.
They're relaxing.
It's surprised you go to the store with the wintertime and there's no shovels. So what do they do with the shovels they bought last year? They throw them out?
I don't know. I don't know what people are doing.
That's crazy, man. You go home with all the shovels are gone.
I know.
I guess they don't think it's going to snow next year.
When there's a snowstorm, everything's empty. It's like they never knew it was coming.
Yeah, it's...
Or like they've never experienced it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, you know. The people will learn. You know,
People are worried about me right now for winter, but I survived last winter, and it was pretty brutal.
Yeah?
Because I started out with no heat, no electricity, no water. I lost my apartment, and I was living in a camper in the snow. It snowed the day I moved out into my camper.
So right now we have no heat.
Right
So
now
what are your
I have
plans
no.
for heat?
All right, well, let me. Worst case emergency situation, don't forget, I lived in that camper. I have a wood stove and a boiler heating system in that camper that I'm not
That works
touching.
right now.
Right now it works. So I do have a fallback location.
Do you want to take that and put it in here maybe, or?
I'm thinking about once this is built and I have a shed and everything, I'm going to probably take that potbelly stove. But it is what I have. I don't have $500 to buy a good wood stove.
Yeah, right.
I've seen them as low as $200, but still, that's $200.
Yeah.
I've got a wood stove.
You know it's going to snow tomorrow.
Mess with me like that. Anyway, I have propane in here.
Right.
I've got the Mr. Heater, buddy. And I'm going to grab my my alcohol burners out of the truck camper.
Yeah, but that burns a lot, right? Your Mr. Heater?
Mr. Heater, buddy, I only use it a couple hours a day. I use it in the morning for an hour and at night for an hour to take the chill off. Once I get it to 70 degrees in there, I shut it off. And I'm good for a while.
Okay.
I go to bed and it gets down to 40, 50 degrees. It'll get down to 40 in here at night. And but I'm good because I've got blankets. Get up in the morning, fire up that heater, and within 20, 30 minutes it's warm again.
Well, I'm trying to come over as much as I can to help you out, you know, because...
No, I'm thankful because, I mean, I wouldn't have done this alone this fast. This is some heavy material.
Yeah, both of us working together, we did good.
Yeah. Lifting a pallet on top of another pallet and trying to hold it while screwing it together. I've done it, but it's not fun.
Yeah, the corners are, it's going to be nice and solid.
That's rugged. Yeah, I'm happy for your ideas and suggestions on that corner. That's very good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
But back to the heat. I've got alcohol burners that I made. And they're safe. Alcohol is absolutely safe for indoors. You can generally...
That you made?
Yeah, it's empty sterno cans full of cotton balls and alcohol.
How much heat does that give out?
It'll burn for 4 hours.
It'll burn, but can you feel the heat?
It's...
Maybe you have a fan that blows out the...
No, but 4 of them will keep the chill off. It's not going to be good, but it'll keep the chill off.
Okay.
You know, it won't be hot or warm or toasty and comfy, but it'll keep the chill off. And if I burn them at night when I go to bed, I know from experience that one sterno can will last 4 hours. So if I get something double that size,
right,
it'll last my 8 hours for bedtime, for night. And that's all I need.
Yeah.
And I know from experience, going through the blizzard with those sterno cans, my homemade alcohol burners, I made it. It was all right. So,
come over as much as I can, you know, to help you out and see how...
I don't know. Oh, the chairs are getting old. The feet, I need new chairs.
That'd be good, baby. It would fall over.
Are you okay down there? What do you keep looking at? You hear my cat crying.
Yeah. All right, well.
Well, anyway, I think we can call it a night.
Oh, yeah. It was a good day. It was definitely a good day.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we'll do it sometime, you know, soon, I guess, you know.
Yeah, we got to do that barbecue next time.
Yeah. I'm trying to get this barbecue going.
Hopefully one day.
I got that look for that one person, he knows.
Yeah.
Gotta get it made.
Yep.
And put the grill and we'll just have a good time, you know?
Yep.
All right.
All right, well, we'll sign off for the night then.
All right, man. Definitely. Hey, it was definitely nice
Yeah.
to come over and help you.
Thank you.
All right.